There we go. There's my sound I haven't heard since high school. I do need to turn it down on my end, though. Just because that's very loud on my end. I can boost it up some here. How's this sound? This is probably okay. Okay. So this is .hack.gu Recode, which is a remaster of the GU games from 2006. It has... I have to click into the window. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So this has the 3 GU games and then a new fourth chapter. I've 100%ed these first 2. And I stopped probably like 5 to 10 hours into this one, just because I burned out. Because these all came out within like a 1.5-year span. I have no idea what parody mode is, but it said that it has spoilers. So we'll check it out, assuming I get through it all. And it has this terminal disk.
My name is Jun Banshoya. I wrote this journal. I'm a programmer, an AI psychologist, and an employee at CC Corporation.
I guess I get to edit this one, huh?
This journal will serve as a collection of my experiences as the lead developer on something called Project GU, and my personal impressions and analysis of a game known as The World. Struck as I was by a bout of guilt, I feel this is the only possible remedy for my conscience.
But yeah, these
Although
are
I wouldn't swear that everything in this
discs.
journal is 100% accurate. To me, it's the absolute truth.
We'll watch one of these.
The World is an online
so
game.
Infection
Players
is the
assume
subtitle
the role
of
of
the
character
first
and enjoy various
.hack
adventures while
game.
chatting with friends. Also by email or through forums. They exchange game information and engage in social interactions that they might not normally experience. It can truly be called a game of communication. As I write this journal, I know there is one event I can't avoid discussing.
Yeah,
it's the first thing I want to
talk about. That's the UI from the first games. Definitely.
The second network crisis.
The second?
The event is often referred to by its nickname, the Morgana incident. The information that will follow is based on what I learned while working on GU for the CC Corporation. It's a reconstruction of what happened, from my personal point of view, supplemented with logs.
I mean, he is
logs
talking
I stole
about
off the network. I'm
the
going
first
back now
.hack
to the
games,
year
which were not
2010.
good.
I'll begin this journal with the story of a boy, a young gamer who had just logged onto the world for the first time.
From my buddy Kite.
His character's name was Kite. And at the time, he was only 14 years old. He had been invited to play by his friend, whose character's name was Orca. This was his first adventure.
Okay.
Huh?
There's Skaith?
While
that
Kite
thing's
and
name?
Orca were journeying through the dungeon, they met a mysterious girl named Aura. Aura was being chased by a rogue monster known as Skaith.
Yeah, this is very slow. We're not gonna watch all of these in this one sitting, I don't think.
Or was the rumor true?
Take this.
Huh?
Please take this.
I think I'll do one of these every week before I stream the game.
A grateful
Otherwise, we're gonna be sitting here for a fucking hour
Can
watching
bring forth either
this stuff
salvation or
before we even get to play.
destruction at the
And I
whim
want
of
to play
the
this
user.
very badly.
After entrusting them with the Book of Twilight, the mysterious girl disappeared. Soon after, Orca was killed when Skaith attacked him with an unauthorized and illegal power, and the character was lost. As a result, the gamer who was playing as Orca fell into a coma.
I need to move the chat.
Run! It'll kill you! What the hell? What is this?
That's just battle footage.
Nothing works!
They had to record somebody playing this, didn't they? Okay, now this is important actually.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm
Maybe
sorry. Get out of here!
Actually, maybe I'll get on later tonight and do the rest of these. Because it seems like these might be important to watch.
I know it sounds like some cheap sci-fi movie.
I just don't want to right now.
The player actually fell into a coma because of this online game. As involved as I was in Project GU, I understood how something like this could happen. This incident, a player being left comatose after playing the world, was not made public. I'm just an engineer, so I don't know all the details, but I can guess what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if I need his
The
editorializing.
CC Corporation must have used their political influence to kill the story before it was released. Not long after, I found evidence that at least 6 other gamers had suffered exactly the same fate as that boy. The names of the 6 were Sora, Alf, Carl, Kazu, Orca, and Sieg.
Okay.
The first of the lost players had already woken up from her coma. The character name was Tsukasa.
The character from the very,
At another
very
point,
boring
much
anime.
later, Sora and Sieg became intimately involved with Project GU. But for now, let's return to Kite's story.
Yeah, I think this stuff is important because I'm pretty sure that a lot of these characters are other characters in these games. And that there's a lot of callbacks, like
Thanks to the intervention
Scythe
of
there is
Elba,
a big one.
Kite
Skate.
was saved from the threat of Skaith. And it was
Skaith.
Kite who received the installation book, Book of Twilight, instead of Orca. With it, Kite's skills expanded.
What these
becoming
are showing
able to
me is that
modify
it would
the
be
abilities of his
would have been a
character
lot harder for them
and
to
gain unauthorized powers.
remaster these original games than the GU games. Cause shit, this looks rough. Yeah, I got some power thighs, huh? That's pretty cool. Whatever just happened, that's pretty cool.
Data drain. Like it or not, it was the same attack Skaith had used to put his friend Orca into a coma.
That skill. Now, I understand. You are the same as the virus. To think that I was saved by Someone like you.
Okay, now who's that?
No! That's not... I don't even know what's...
Do not lie to me.
Who is this guy?
Many places within the world have been damaged by a virus. Those who willfully spread the virus and destroy this world for their own amusement, they shall receive no mercy.
Okay.
No, that's not me,
Aura had given him the bracelet, and now with his new illegal powers, Kite decided to take action to save his unconscious friend Orca.
Okay.
And alongside Kite, there was always one girl.
Black Rose.
You didn't even need my help at all, did you? By the way, I guess you can tell that I'm a newbie too.
He's got those mod powers. You can go to GM Island.
It must be pretty obvious by the way I acted back there. That's hardly the way to talk to someone who just saved your life. Who, me? I'm not afraid. No way. Well, all right, I am. I'm scared enough for the both of us. My controller is soaked with sweat.
So they are playing this with
you?
controllers. There's not a mouse and keyboard
Her
MMO.
character name was Black Rose. She was the real-life older sister of Kazu, one of the coma victims I mentioned above.
I didn't
She
get
was
this
also
far
a
in
new
this first
player.
game.
She had just logged on to the world for the first time to try to save her
I didn't get
brother.
very far in the first game
The
at
two of them
all.
were working together toward a common goal. Kite's war continued, and soon many other players joined him.
Such as...
Mia, the mysterious rogue cat, and Elk, the young man that cared so much for her.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's get ready then.
Like, Elk and Mia, I'm pretty sure are in GU, and I think I know who they are. Because it's
Excuse
not
me?
explicit.
You. Yes, you.
She's
That's
checking
a
him
unique
out.
bracelet.
Oh.
Can I take a look?
Can you see it?
Yes, of course. Do you mean to say that you can't see this nice bracelet? Even if you can't see it, as long as you know it's there, it's the same thing as seeing it, right?
I couldn't see it.
Bracelet? Hey, what are you talking about? I can't see any bracelet, Mia.
I know that voice actor too.
Well, thanks a lot for letting me look at your bracelet. I have a feeling we're going to meet again. Somehow. Well, see you around.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing, Olives. Like, part of me wants to just watch the next one after this, but at the
Wait,
same
Mia?
time,
What about the aromatic grass?
I don't know if they need to keep that bit in there.
Balmung, who along with his sworn friend Orca, had earned the title Descendant of Fianna, appeared as well.
Draw! Draw your sword! Now!
Yes, that's Balmo.
I do not speak with hackers. Then I must ask.
He seems like a nerd.
I have not been able to contact him since that event. What has become of him? I do understand.
He's a hardcore raider.
But you need to face facts. With you two involved, things get worse. That's how I see it. Am I wrong?
I feel like I remember a character who's like that.
And Helba, the legendary super hacker.
Oh yeah, super hacker.
You don't have time to get depressed.
Who are you?
A friend, or perhaps a foe. A meddler with a warning.
Yeah, there's 100% an RP server.
It's not that hard to imagine. Like I said, someone is always watching you.
Amidst the increasing turmoil of the world, they each had their own reasons, but together they set out to deal with the illegal monsters called data bugs.
Data bugs. Oh, I already opened this bottle.
Aura?
I see you received the mail I sent you.
yet. However, it's too late. Wait! There's something I have to ask you.
I know she has the skate behind her. Skate don't get her. I'm kind of curious to see how long the second video is.
Kite finally managed to reunite with Ara, but immediately after Kite found her, she was deleted by Scathe.
I did see that, yes,
Ara's
my
data
dude.
was chopped into segments and frozen in various locations around the world.
Now that's weird.
There was a battle between the first phase Scathe and Kite, the holder of the bracelet. Kite managed to gain a difficult victory, but what he couldn't imagine at the time was it was just the opening battle in a long,
I like that there's just
war.
footage of the gameplay up there. Ah yes, the vaguely person-shaped floating rock pile. Is it going to speak to us? Now it's a toucan that's going into the ground. And I don't necessarily know what's going on right this second. Are we just getting the final boss cutscene here? I mean, of course there's a cliffhanger. Because there are 4 of each ones.
Kite's story shall continue. But first there's the mystery of the brilliant AI programmer and creator of the world,
Is it you?
Harold Hewick,
Oh.
and the lost epic poem, Epitaph of Twilight. There's little doubt that the second network crisis of 2010 was a direct result of the world. It was awful. It caused catastrophic damage to travel,
I didn't realize that it had, like,
and healthcare
outside
industries all over the
repercussions.
planet. What exactly was it that caused the network crisis? It was the very power that was being researched at Project GU. In other words, the network version of God.
What?
My efforts were entirely devoted to technical research and the existence of God in the world.
This took a weird twist that I didn't know about.
It became a story of human foolishness and a paradise abandoned by God.
That's incredibly anime. I mean, yeah, we can't really not, huh? Are you also 17 minutes? You're 15 minutes. Good. Mutation, Geeks Utopia. This is a video for
Using
me.
the power of the bracelet, Kite defeated Scathe.
Okay.
But instead of rescuing his friend Orca from the coma, Kite's victory actually led to the birth of a new, frightening enemy, Kubia.
Kubia. All this is entirely foreign to me now. Yeah, I 100% did not get this far. In these original games. I guess she just banished it or whatever. Or banished Kite.
Kubia.
Yeah, I just have no idea.
Leos, the system administrator at CC Corp, viewed Kite's behavior as potentially dangerous.
Okay.
Welcome. I am Leos.
Kite was determined to do whatever was necessary to save his friend.
Then the situation would not have deteriorated.
You not only did
But to
nothing about
Balmung,
the coma
who represented average players, and to the system administrators, the ones who maintain the world, the power of the bracelet was nothing more than a cheat. In other words, an illegal engine mod.
Yeah, you're using a cheat engine.
But aside from that, to take immediate action to prevent the situation from worsening, it requires that you delete your character.
Delete it? Why?
You should know that your character violates the software usage agreement. Installation of an illegal effect. You do know what
We are getting some Eula talk.
Wait a moment.
However,
And the
Kite's
super
character
hacker
was
appeared.
protected by powerful defenses. And even the system administrators were unable to cancel his account.
Right here and now.
No way! I wouldn't do that!
I know. Since you aren't stupid. The stupid one is this pig-headed man. You don't even understand how it works, yet you'll delete it before finding that out. Or do you even possess the ability to delete it in
I don't think he
the
does
first
possess
place?
the ability to delete it.
The
That's what
boy's
the
character data
boring
is so
man
well
seemed to
protected.
say.
The system administrator can't even crack it. In spite of the fact that you developed a vaccine and disguised it as a rare item. Deleting those you cannot control is something that a pighead would do.
Thanks to some help from a hacker named Helba, Kite was able to escape surveillance by Leos.
Hold on! Wait, what do you mean that you don't?
Intrigued by Kite's powers, Helba told Kite of the relationship between Orca's coma and the Epitaph of Twilight.
Please tell me, I want to
The
know.
Epitaph of Twilight was an epic poem that spread around the internet and inspired the creation of the world. The author, Emma Wieland, was no longer alive, and the poem fragments had been scattered all over. So the true nature of the poem was the subject of much debate among players.
Although,
If the design of this world was based upon writings in the Epitaph of Twilight, it should provide you a clue.
Were you supposed to go hunt down pieces of it?
What?
The code name given to a system administrator. Were you remotely aware that it's the name of the King of Light that appears in the Epitaph?
It is?
He didn't get to pick his own name?
Following the instruction of Leos, Kite set out to investigate an area infected by a virus.
Huh?
ah! Oh no! What now?
These videos are making these games seem a lot cooler than they
That's
felt to
it?
play.
That thing is the cause?
That's where he defeated the second phase, Innis.
That name also sounds familiar.
Skaith, Innis.
Yes.
Yes, this was exactly the Morgana factor that we were researching at Project GU. After defeating the second phase, Kite found one of the segments Aura had been divided into and liberated it.
Yeah, these games
Following
were
this,
super
Kite
grindy,
made
weren't
his way
they?
to an area Aura had told him about in an email, where he encountered Kubia.
Now, okay, now who's that little jester kid over there?
true, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
At any rate, this girl, she's beautiful, but I don't know how to say this, but she's not alive.
Uh-huh. I mean, you are in a video game. Is Kiwi again? Yeah, it's Kiwi again.
Using the bracelet's power, Kite was able to fight off Kubia for the moment. Believing that freeing Aura was the only way to solve the mysteries that had been plaguing him, Kite redoubled his efforts.
And there's the boss fight up there.
Remarkable. Kite, this lone young man, was attempting to do by himself what we, the members of Project GU, had spent countless man-hours and huge amounts of money working towards. No special knowledge, no help from anyone. With only the strength of his own convictions, this young man, this Kite, pursued the mystery of the epitaph of Twilight. To that end, Kite contacted an information broker, someone named Wiseman. From Wiseman, Kite learned about the epitaph of Twilight and the 8 phases of the Cursed Wave.
Okay.
He went to visit an unauthorized server called the Net Slum. This was a place within the world that wasn't part of the world. A kind of gathering place for hackers, rogue AI characters, and other types of junk data.
He's going to that deep web.
Are you looking for Helba?
Huh? Yes.
It so happens I briefly heard from her recently. The epitaph of Twilight. To sum it up in a nutshell, it is a tale.
Okay.
Or to elaborate further, it is a saga that recounts how the Age of the Spirits came to an end.
The tale of an end?
Indeed. However, the texts are scattered. Even if found, they are extremely difficult to comprehend. Yes, it'll be a very tricky business.
I'm torn between watching the rest of these and starting the game. Because this is,
there's something that's been bothering me.
Interesting.
The people around here, they all look so different from anybody I've seen anywhere else.
This place was once where all of the unsuccessful non-player characters drifted, sort of a sanctuary for failures. Then players who considered them amusing came up with their own variations of failed characters. Now the boundaries between player and non-player character is quite indistinct.
That doesn't
Some of them
make a lot of sense to me.
which category they fall into. There are maybe even those who have lost their bodies on the outside. Mere memories, faded reminders of the individuals they once were.
Okay.
Only their character data remains intact and active as they wander the network. Yes, the same fate as Harold.
So those people got fucking deleted when they shut down
Hacker's
the
Paradise.
World 1.
It was there that Kite reunited with Helba. If anyone could be called the creator of the Net Slum, it was Helba. In the Net Slum, Kite learned more information about the original creator of the world, Harold Hewick, and his goal. He also learned that at the heart of the world exists another consciousness separate from Harold.
Okay.
Just then, Balmung and Leos appeared.
Took a second for him, though, huh?
Epitaph of Twilight. Both of you have succeeded in reaching it as well, I see. Oh, look. We have an unusual and unexpected guest. As a representative of Net Slum, I greet you. Welcome to paradise.
Mama.
Bauman
You
seems
sided with
super
Leos, I
lame.
see. You cracked easily for someone who was so sure of himself.
Don't judge. I'm not like you.
Stalking the boy is shameful behavior.
Okay, I need
You've
to know
disgraced the name of the descendant of Fianna.
What?
who Balmung and
You used us?
Kite are.
It was necessary. To restore order.
Order. There's an order that the world desires, and then there's the order that you desire. Which form should it take, Balmung?
The order that I
Don't want the
desire,
Japanese
of course.
Is Leos just always accompanied by a legion of himself?
Our featured performer. Now all of the actors have assembled.
Quit your yapping, woman. You are entities that unquestionably pose a grave threat to this world.
Oh, okay, Balmung is Christian Freeman. Got it.
Oddly, Leos was the name of the King of Light, mentioned in the epitaph of Twilight. And Helba was the name of the Queen of Darkness. During Leos and Helba's confrontation, another strange phenomenon occurred, this time in Net Slum. It was the third phase Magus. The situation took a sudden turn.
Yeah, so did the plot. Let's see, who else is Kite there? Oh, okay, that's why. Kite is, Kite is Izzy from Digimon Adventure.
Once again, with the power of the bracelet, Kite was able to defeat Magus.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost too now, Olives.
But another problem was awaiting him.
And you're the one who's played these games, so I don't know. Don't know why you're lost.
What the hell happened? You're kidding me, right?
Do I want to watch the third one? We've been doing this for 40 minutes. I think we play the game and I'll watch the last two either later tonight and I'll do a second stream. Or I'll do it next week. Yeah, I think we're done with these for now. I'll definitely come back to them though soon. Yeah, so let's stop the recording and I'll start back up with the first episode of some gameplay.